Hey everyone, welcome to the Darkness in Dublin Werewolf venue playtest. As a note, I almost said the wrong venue during that. I caught myself at the last minute. We got this. Today's set is finally going to be today's scene is finally going to have paths converge and people start to meet. We've been all over the place in preparation for some of the starting events of our story, but this prologue, as it were, is nearing its close. I'm going to start this scene with a fully fledged member of the set. She served her cubhood there, and she had a rite of passage there. And she's been helping out as she needs, or she has been needed. So I'm gonna pass the torch on to her rather quickly and abruptly. So hey, Katie, what's Tree Husk doing? Does she have like a daily routine or?
Oh, let's see. Oop, I was very audible. I'm still very audible.
Yep.
You may need to mute. Can we try again? Aha! I can no longer hear myself. Mostly. Tim, you got a wicked echo.
Oh, it's me. My bad.
It's okay, buddy. But yeah, no, I imagine Tree Husk, she just kind of does her dealy. There is a certain very sacred section of time set aside anytime the sun is out. That is, this is the lay in the sun time. But let's face it, we're in fucking Ireland. There's not a lot of it. But I imagine there is a certain amount of time for snuffing around hunting unless she is being fed by other members of the sept. There is a certain amount of time set aside to either keep company with, I imagine, the tail singer or even near to the den parents to see if they're telling new stories to the next batch of cubs, see if there's anything she has missed. But the better part of the time is, let's face it, she's a wolf. Sleeping, or setting about whatever duties need doing. As of late, I imagine most of it is prolonged outings in search of these wolves. Usually snuffing out, perhaps if they are single, kind of bullying them back towards sept, but in particular, hunting around after the packs, the sets, basically all of those wolves who have been lost to the wilds, or as the case may be if they're very unfortunate, the not so wilds. And a lot of running back and forth for that. Thankfully, that wolfish ground eating lope means it hasn't been but so trying. She's got a good set of lungs on her, doesn't seem to get winded readily. But yeah, I imagine that's been the better part of what she's been up to. Not necessarily guardian patrols, but instead, particularly because she can interact with them on a level they can understand, seeking out and trying to either win back or bully back or cow back the various lupus and, well, either lupus kin or just straight up wolves that she can find. There's a lot of corralling going on.
Yeah, that's been Tree Husk's most common job lately. The current worm foe and many of the lupus members of the sept have been kind of working together to come up with the locations of some of these wolves or kin, although there is quite a bit of overlap, and sending out people to go and find them. Lupus have been sent first, pretty generally, because they're the ones that are going to know what to do the best.
I imagine, especially if we've got the occasional glasswalker involved, there may even be. It requires some doing to make her understand precisely what they expect, but with some convincing and some explaining, I imagine the Lupus have even started like a very tactical process of splitting, keeping into hearing or sight range or call range, and yeah, doing sweeps, as it were.
Yep. Now, not all of these lupus, whether they be can or normal wolves, are on the sept. Um, the reasons why about that have been they've been kept on the down low lately. Like the Tail Singer has mentioned it more than a few times, but the general consensus is we're not at the point to deal with that yet. But as Tree Husk is just laying about, the Tail Singer is not doing his normal sermon. That is what he calls them, sermons.
I imagine she is lounging within earshot, and he sounds like he's an enthusiastic kind of guy when it comes to said sermons. So, earshot for him, which is probably a little wider than the usual earshot, um, but is just kind of lounged out. And eventually, as he doesn't start up at his usual time, kind of does that thing where it's like I'm too lazy to pick my head up, but I'll point my nose in the appropriate direction. The ears swivel forward, and when no sermon is forthcoming, we'll finally kind of lazily, almost begrudgingly, pull herself up off the ground, give herself a shake, and start an idle kind of skulk in that direction. Not quite a trot, but just a curious, slow winding in.
As Tree Husk is laying down, she's going to hear and she's going to hear some pitter patter. Pause. She's going to smell a very familiar smell as Tree Husk feels a cold nose touch her and playfully lick her.
Considering there's a familiar scent, there will be no shenanigans. There will just be kind of lazy head swivel.
Yeah, you know your den mother when you smell her.
She'll just roll lazy style onto her back, and because it's habit at this point, I imagine, kind of licks at like her nose, her muzzle. It's playful. It's a little puppyish, admittedly. She probably would not do this with in full view of witnesses because she's a big, strong adult now. But it's the den mother, so she gets kind of puppy face licked.
Yep, Autumn Nova, the name of the den mother. That is her name, Autumn Nova. She very happily receives these. As a note, her fur, because she is a Fianna, her fur is less fiery orange, but more like a dead leaf kind of orange. And she will ask in Lupus tongue, Tree Husk, how do you feel today? Something that to that at least.
And there's a lazy kind of eye cast upwards. There is no rain, so it is a good day.
Yes. Rain is pokes you. It's not like the poking.
Sorry, what was it?
Oh, she responded with the rain pokes you, and she doesn't like the poking sensation.
There's a lazy kind of tongue wall in response. And let just for curiosity's sake, you said the den mother's lupus, yes?
Yes.
How much time does she spend indoors? I assume especially when it's, just perpetually misting and raining and blah outside. or like in a den or under a tree or what have you.
Oh, right. I forgot we're in fucking Ireland.
It rained a lot.
Yeah, she spends a lot of time on the trees.
She'll, yeah, Tungwall, maybe you should build a house. The tail thumps a couple times.
I will have human do it for me.
Probably better that way. Thumbs are weird.
They are good for grabbing.
Yes. Can only hold one thing in my mouth. I can hold two things in my hands.
I have found that you can hold more. I can show you if you like, if you want.
You look shocked. Yes.
One of the few human gestures she really has picked up because she's realized it's just very useful. She nods.
If she does an exaggerated, maybe less adjusted nod, like yes, one really big head bobble, and will presumably, very expectantly, in fact, shift up to Hamid, which means I probably should have queued up the picture in another thing. Not that one. Too many character folders. Here we go. But yeah, we'll shift up to Hamid expectantly. She probably has some, something on that she hasn't quite destroyed yet. Because it's not so much that people don't care enough to give her decent clothes. It's just you can put her in Hamid, but you can't keep her from running around through brambles and shit. And eventually things slowly degrade the longer they're on her. It's a problem.
Alrighty. In response, Nova is also going to switch to Hamid. I don't have a picture for her, so I'm just going to describe her for the moment. Mm-hmm. Nova has very thin. It's not like thin AIM, it's not like that, but it's not quite as thick as Tree Husk's. And she seems to have some clothes that probably either a Hamid or a straight up humankin gave to her. One is for fuck it. One is an Avengers shirt. She's wearing an Avengers top.
I mean, it's not like they get it. It's clothes. Fuck it.
Yeah. She has some very ripped up and torn up jeans. They're for the player's reference, they are not one of those stylistically torn jeans. She probably tore the jeans herself.
That's right. I need no help tearing my jeans.
And she has a pair of flip-flops because having regular shoes can be kind of weird for Lupus.
Oh yeah, she is stubbornly barefoot. She's probably been given several pairs of shoes. They just, they magically get lost. It's a problem.
Yep.
But yeah, once they're in Hamid, she just kind of holds up her hands like, yes, teach me the thing, oh teacher. Like the most awkward kind of like expectant, like they're just kind of up in front of her, like, yes, let's do the thing. I don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna do it.
Yep, Nova will take Tree Husk and find just random things that are not just. If it's not bolted down, she's using that as reference.
It's like a rock and a pine cone. Who knows?
Fucking Ken's phone, like, hey, what are you doing? Like, hold on. You will have the Weaver brick later. So basically what's happened is like what Treehusk realizes is as she starts gathering items like like pine cones, tree branches, things like that, it's like she's stacked items on top of one another and is holding the whole thing in her hand.
She really has to sit and digest this one. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
Yeah, she like I assume kind of just jumbles the things together and scoops them all up at once. And she's just like, what? And she studies this process and very possibly pokes at least one thing out of her hands just to see how this works. Before looking very excited and grabbing up just a fistful of like dead leaves and shit, like whatever happens to be on the ground. Considering it's Ireland, they're probably at least a little soggy. She don't give a fuck. And like scrapes it up and just picks up like a fist, like a good double fistful, like whoa. This is good.
Yes, approvingly. It seems Treehusk has done it right.
This is very good. Like looks at her like, think of all the things. I'm not sure what things she plans to hold, but now she can hold so many of them. This is even more than I can fit in my mouth. Just, bleh. She will proceed to go very energetically about the process of like gathering up leaves and sticks and pine needles and whatever the fuck. Like, and now that she's realized you can kind of put things between your hands, she's like doing the whole thing like up to the elbow with her arms, like getting down there, getting as much as she can, and just like, yeah, it's just the most childish, like, whoa. Her mind has been blown for the day.
All right, as the playing use, Treehusk will hear a very familiar voice. She hears it almost every day. She hears the tail singer. You don't need to roll to hear the tail singer. He's extremely loud, and everything he says, it just practically drips with his rage. Faithful to Gaia! I've come here with news! I've come here with stories. Nova kind of perks up upon hearing the tail singer. She'll look over.
Ooh, I don't know if you cut out or you stopped.
Oh, my bad. I just said Nova perks up and looks at Treehusk to see what she wants to do.
Yeah, they do the mutual like lupus perk. Like it's obviously a very canine gesture to suddenly sit very much up and swivel to look. You can imagine they'd have the ears pricked forward, but they're kind of lacking those at the moment. And she will turn a glance back and almost immediately just kind of give herself that like shaking off rainwater kind of shake and just down to Lupus, start trotting a little bit closer just to see if there's anything to see on top of hearing, because man, they're gonna hear him anywhere.
Yeah, you could pretty much be anywhere on the sept, and even if like across the sept, I'd be like, so roll to hear him.
Yeah, she'll probably find something kind of like in the picture, like look for a place to kind of scrabble up to where she's got a bit of a view, clamber up some of the big ass stones that might be lodged here or there, just to see if there are any new faces standing around him, because sometimes he does his yelling with people close to him, and that's silly, but sometimes he does it.
Yep.
So yeah, she will just find herself a good perch, kind of glance back to the den mother now and again, but yeah, just find herself a nice perch and settle in to watch and listen.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and switch. There be the tail singer.
Oh
No,
God.
not wearing a shirt. In fact, he is proudly displaying a very gnarly battle scar. One that goes straight down the middle of his torso, um, along with two kind of branch offs on his upper pecs. Out of character, it's a cross.
I was about to ask.
It is. A few, more than a few members of the set kind of just sitting around listening to this. The worm foe, Takeko Hamura, is chilling on a log, just kind of listening to this. It looks like she's only half paying attention. A few of the guardians that have ended their patrols and not on their quote unquote shift have also sat around here, and also more than a few of the kin are just chilling there, listening to this. We will be having a new arrival onto our set, a wholly untainted set. From what I've been told and from everything I have heard, he is a great man. Great man. And though he may hold the blood of Falcon, and despite what many of you feel about that, look at all the Shadow Lords in the crowd. We shall be receiving this new arrival with open arms, and giving him the hospitality he deserves. Serve it, you might ask. I shall tell you here today. And Tim needs to pull up his name right quick because Tim's a bad bear. He's the worst bear. There we go. His name is Eshman Vitali Zarevich. He is a Philodox, the Silver Fangs Athro ranked. Though you will more than likely come to find this out come time to meet him. He is, based on everything I have heard, surprisingly not just known for his skill in combat, but he is known for the strength in his word. He's been known, at least in the lands of Russia and the lands of snow that surround it. He has been able to foster peace with impossible elements under impossible circumstances. And I know what some of you are thinking. Oh, but what power do words have against the worm? What do they have against our divine adversary? In this great war, nearing the time of the apocalypse, I shall tell you. Claws may kill a man. Fangs may break his skin, shatter his bones. But I have seen words destroy a man's spirit. I have seen words shatter the hearts of black spiral dancers. I have seen them turn Fomori inside out. Even I myself and many of the galliards and philodoxes here I have seen accomplish such feats. So before you start to lessen this man's accomplishments, I want you to look your philodoxes or your galliard's eyes or my eyes and tell me that my achievements are less for the same reasons. To this, many of the galliards and philodoxes seem to be quite amped up about this. I don't know how Treehouse feels. Treehouse can feel how Treehouse feels.
I mean, Treehouse is just looking down there and is like, as usual, the initial thought line is, "You are yelling." Secondary thought line is, "I already know I do good. You don't got to tell me shit."
Fair enough.
God dare motherfucker tell me I don't do good.
In fact, this Zarevich should be on his way as we speak. Where our glorious and powerful Septalpha will be coming to meet them personally.
Ear twitch.
Sermon's gonna. There we go. I'm back now. At that point, the sermon's gonna pretty much go into the normal shit. The past couple of weeks, it's been, quiet reminders about. There've been a lot of stories about why you don't be going around making menace. It seems to be a very focal point. Soon after the sermon kind of dies down, was Treehouse going to do anything?
I mean, there's bound to be new people. She'll probably kind of start picking her way down to wherever people have gathered up. Just, that, or if she can pick her way along, just somewhere where she has a vantage point where she can see.
Alrighty. On that note, actually, we're going to switch perspectives. I'm going to have rewind time just a little bit. Get some concurrent events going. Okay, cool. I got it. Hey, how's it going, bud?
I'm doing good. A little tired because it's late, but hey, let's see. I have a fly tormenting me.
Yeah. So the trip from St. Petersburg to Dublin, it's been a bit more of a hassle than expected. Not than expected, but it's just a bit more of a hassle than just using the moon bridge. Since not only is Yura's father bringing along just Yura himself, along Yura's mother, and more than a few of the kin retainers that they have just handling the estate. So this has been pretty much like a physical trip, albeit a fucking first class trip. But the whole trip itself was fairly uneventful. The kin have at least fought for at least the moment they've gotten like a nominal hotel for themselves, since they're gonna wait for Gotta pull up his name again because I'm gonna keep forgetting his name.
Just say Vija.
Oh,
Vija.
yeah.
It's just his nickname.
Yeah, Vitya and Jura. They're just pretty much waiting for them to get like the okay, so they just start moving all these shit up in the set. Um, they get a car, and it's just Vitya and Jura at this point by themselves. Vitya's the one driving, and they just you start off in Dublin, but you start going outside of Dublin.
Okay.
As he looks over and says, as he would use his first name, not his nickname. There we go. Second, in his
Yes, Father.
Russian accent. No, he's speaking Russian because he would speak Russian.
Cool.
Holding up.
Hmm.
How are you holding up?
Um, I'm doing well, Father. How are you?
Honestly, myself to not gonna wait for myself to not lag out. There we go. I'm no longer lagging.
There you go.
I can feel it when it happens now. Yeah, he'll say, honestly, as nice as the flying was, when you hit level of anger that some of us have, being inside of a condensed metal plastic tube in the air is not a very comforting thing.
Something to look forward to, then.
Not.
Might I ask, Father, what can we expect when we arrive on the Sept?
Well, despite the Fianna and their propensity for parties, of which there will likely be some sort of party celebrating our arrival there, there also hospitality. It may be a different way of acting than us, but they still have their own rules that they follow. I find it quite interesting.
Okay. Um. Well. Yes, we shall go forward, and yes,
Lastly, there was one last thing.
I am listening. Yes.
Learn to differentiate between someone that is challenging you out of respect in this sept and someone that is challenging you out of disrespect.
I'm fairly confident I can tell the difference, Father.
He ain't gonna say nothing to that. He's just gonna kind of let that go.
Fair, fair, fair.
He was like, I can't be hands on forever. It'll be all right. It'll be all right.
And otherwise, he'll learn.
They'll stop pretty much a ways away. It seems like he just kind of stops at like a random point. And he'll say, we're gonna be getting out here. You are comfortable in your lupus form, huh?
Uh, yes, da.
And we'll be doing a bit of it. As Vitya takes off, like, because he's wearing a suit right now, he's gonna take off like the suit jacket. He actually looks he looks he looks a little hype about this. I ain't gonna front. Like, going to lupus, just straight up do a run. Yeah. Yeah, he'll slow shift to lupus and wait.
Yura will take off his coat. He's not wearing too many things that fancy. Like he's not wearing as I have it over there and there's the picture over there in the picture. There's all that fancy stuff. He's not wearing that. He's just wearing some regular ass clothing. But he'll shift to lupus. Allegedly a bit slower than his father. But he'll manage to get there.
Yep. And they're gonna start running. They don't run for terribly long, mind you. They do run. This is yours lupus form, like, is it snow colored or is it like silver?
It's more of a snow color.
Okay. Vitya is gonna have much the same, man. And they'll run and they'll run.
And we're running, and we're running.
And then they're gonna stop. As I'm just gonna give it to you for free because I don't want to get bogged down in dice rolls. You do start to smell faint pure breed from something. Actually, oh, okay, I'm back now. Has Yura ever smelled a Fianna?
Maybe one or two.
Yeah, definitely remind you of them.
Hi.
And Vitya will look at Yura and say, in very garbled Garu tongue, since they are in lupus, you're your own man now, so I'll expect you to introduce yourself. And
he'll do like the very human thing of nodding his head, and then he realizes he's like, "Oh wait."
It's all right. Vitya does it right back. He'll put in a howl. He'll do his howl of introduction.
Yura will wait until Vicha is done howling and will then howl his own introduction.
Yep. Can you do your own? I just want to hear you do it.
Oh sure. He'll howl. I am Klepen Yuri Zvarevich, Filedox, and Cleef of the Silver Fangs, and I request entry onto your sept.
Alrighty. We're going to switch over to Treehouse because we have now caught up. We are current. As down, ready for this. She hears the two introductory howls. And like as this kind of like this moving congregation starts to make their way. It's not terribly big, but you know, definitely some excitement, kind of being like, "What's up?" the worm foe. I'm gonna pull up a picture because y'all need to see this girl. Trip.
I have a question for you. Prior to this group arriving, are there any silver fangs on Sept?
No.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah, that's partial. That's partially kind of it. Like the mix, what you've been kind of hearing lately, it's been kind of a mix of like kind of hype because it's just a new person coming on. It's hard to not be excited about new people. It's been a mix of that, and admittedly a bit of apprehension because it's like why are they coming over here? What's lords? I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like what they doing though.
What do they want? What do they want? They're silver fangs. They're supposed to be straightforward.
Weirdo.
Can't find the first picture I had for her. Oh man, that's sad.
No.
No.
I'm just gonna use one of the pictures I got. Fuck it.
That girl look unhinged as fuck.
She what?
She look unhinged as fuck.
I mean,
I'm just putting it out there. Just laying it on the table. Just scooching this over. Making sure you see it.
as both howls go out, to Keiko, who is still in Hamid form, she's not gonna howl back, but she just gonna shout out to the girl. Oh my god, he brought the boy! Oh shit!
Is it not like already a group like waiting to receive them or anything?
Oh no! They've congregated. She's there in the group.
That's just her yelling some straight up outright observances that she has made.
Yeah, and she gonna be like, "This is where she gonna get an honor here." She gonna be like, "I wonder if his mama is his sister. Is her daddy's sister or what?" And that's gonna get like a pop upside the head from the tail singer, just straight up like, "Don't, yeah." And Diego's gonna be like, "Sorry, I got her. I'm done now. I'm really done now. I promise. Let's go ahead and receive the Lannisters." I mean,
all these beautiful references I'm gonna miss. Oh. Treehouse finally gonna be hopping down, like working her way down to a closer point because she wants to get a nose full of these. She wants to see what Silverfang smell like.
And even though Treehouse may not get the references, she probably does get that you ain't supposed to say those things because she getting that side eye.
She got herself a fucking backhand, is what she got.
Yeah, just.
Yup.
But I am gonna switch over because Self Alpha herself is gonna be responding to this. Hal.
Oh snap!
Pull her up.
That girl looks crazy. Like she looks positively insane.
Okay. There she go.
That girl looks not crazy.
She looks not crazy. The
Exactly.
other thing, like this girl, she big as fuck. Like big as in like tall. Like she's less beautiful, more striking. Loads of Fiona Pure. Loads of Fiona Katie. Oh my god.
Could just roll in it. Mm.
Rolling.
You got all that pure breed.
You definitely know who this is. You definitely know who this be. That this is Margaret McCarthy, deed named Morrigan's Culmination. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna do a return intro, Hal, so that way I can do it in game. Show don't tell, guys. Trying to learn that as an ST.
Yep. You good? You good? Just keep it rolling.
And she'll say, "My name is Margaret McCarthy, deed named Morrigan's Culmination, Athro-ranked Fianna Arun, born on 2 legs, and alpha of the Sept of the Autumn Spear. Have a side."
What was that last bit again?
Right at the last bit.
Oh, she just said you have her permission to come inside.
Yeah, Yura will.
Katie.
I know what you're talking about.
God damn it, Katie. Yeah, Yura will trot after his father.
Yep, he starts walking in. And as you both start to walk, your vision for some brief moments becomes very blurry. I don't know if any of you wear glasses or contacts, or if you have just any kind of vision problem, but you have that kind of blur, as if you need glasses. But then that soon intensifies and intensifies and intensifies and intensifies to the point where you're not sure. But then soon, holy shit, there's a sept in front of you.
Fuck yes.
And there's one wolf. Now, as she's in lupus, her fur is definitely like it literally looks like fire. When she moves, it almost looks like a burning fire. Her lupus form damn near comes to Hispo form. And she gonna walk up to Vitya. And she will sit on her haunches and look at him. She has to look down at him.
Ooh. Okay.
He's a big dude. But this chick, like, yeah, nah.
You keep cutting out Tim.
God damn it. Fuck my life. Also, Katie, yeah, she pretty much Stoneclaw size. She getting there.
I imagine in the meantime, like, there's the people directly in front of you, then there's everyone who's totally not here to just eyeball the shit out of y'all. Totally
yeah, that's
not.
a thing.
That'd be rude, and we're not rude here. Look at how busy I am moving this rock. Like, a lot of that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I don't know if you're as used to this. Actually, all eyes Yura himself.
Oh no, you're cutting out a lot.
You're cutting out a lot,
man.
Tim.
I'm sorry.
I'm getting all hype and shit.
I mean, I love your hype. I wish your computer would stop being a dick.
For real, same. Yeah, your all eyes are on Vitya right now. Like there are.
I feel so bad for Tim.
I wonder if it's the mic or the computer. Like, I'm up for debate right now.
It's
There it is.
Because there you go. It's the computer because Discord works just fine, but this does not.
That's true. All I can say is maybe like try closing some tabs or some shit.
This is my only thing open. I'm just gonna mess.
Yeah.
things some more. It's gonna mess with the bandwidth some. Now we got really blurry as shit, but you know what? We're gonna make do with what we're gonna make do with.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry. One more time, man.
All right. Yura, all eyes are on Vitya right now.
Mm-hmm. That's
So if Yura has any stage fright or nervousness, he has nothing to worry about.
yeah, no, he is Yura understands very much that he is not the one expected. He is just kind of tagging along. This has kind of been the same thing over and over again in his life, so he's pretty much used to this.
Yep. I do apologize to the both of you. I'm gonna have to talk to myself for a hot minute.
Oh, please do. Even interactions between NPCs can yield shit. Go for it.
A couple of Morrigan, not to be associated with Morgan, but kind of associated with Morgan. They ain't never gonna meet, but you know, yeah. There she go. Morgan will look to a couple of Garu off to the side, and they're gonna come by, and they're gonna get both Vitya and Yura cleansed. And you know, as that happens, down to okay, I thought I locked up again. Morgan will look down to me. Eshman Yaf. And Vitya will look back up to her. They're not making eye contact, and he'll respond with Morgan's culmination, yeah. And Morgan will respond with, there's going to be much we have to discuss, but firstly, to which Vitya will respond with,
We missed the part where Morgan says something to Vitya.
again. There we go.
We missed the part where Morgan says something to Vitya.
Yeah, she asked, firstly, have you had anything to eat today? To which Vitya will respond with, I will not lie to you. Morgan's culmination, I have not had too much time to stop such things. To which Morgan's culmination will respond with, that is fortunate, yet whoops. She'll say, there we go, I got it back now. She'll say, that is fortunate then, Eshman. For we have prepared quite a bit for your and your son's arrival. We are happy to have you here. And at least from the Fianna, there's definitely like cheering and like they are hype as fuck.
The others, not so much.
Like, I mean, some of the Shadow Lords do too. Although, Yura, there's exactly one pair of eyes on you.
Oh boy.
Just gonna pull her up right quick.
The crazy one.
Oh, I just found her. Here's what she actually looks like. Actually, you know what? No, fuck it. I'm gonna use that other chick because she actually looks unhinged. Fuck it.
That is actively terrifying.
Is that?
That is actively unsettling.
It just kind of looks like it doesn't It doesn't even look like shade. It don't even look like she's salty. Like she just is like just all the attention that she should be giving to Vitia right now. She's giving to Yura instead.
Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
But as that brief aside is done, I'm gonna switch back over to I can find there it is. She'll turn around and look back to Vityanas and say, "Shall you follow me then? I can get some food in your belly, show you around. The whole, what do Americans call it? The whole 9 yards." Nods. Vitya nods back and says, "Works. I will need to discuss certain things with you as well. Things just away from the..." Looks around at the whole crowd. He just kind of doesn't finish the sentence. And Morgan's culmination replies with, "Yes, that is fine with me. Let's go then. Will he be okay?" Kind of points her nose over to Yura. And Vidya looks over and will say, "Well, actually, you know what? Fuck it, he's going to ask. Will you be okay here? At least for right now."
I'll manage.
Yeah, the staring hasn't stopped, by the way.
I'll be fine.
Vidya will nod and say, "Excellent. Then we'll come and get you once we are finished."
He'll nod.
And they both leave. The staring hasn't stopped. But once they leave entirely, like pretty much everyone waits for both of them to leave entirely because don't nobody want to turn up and be like, "We go fucking party," and then throw themselves in front of the guy in front of them, walk in, and then turns into a whole thing, and then somebody thralls. So no one, everyone's gonna avoid that.
Yeah, no. Yura will kind of. He'll start exploring the sept.
I'm gonna switch gears a bit. Back over. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm not gonna switch gears. Explore.
That's okay. Treehusk is already creeping into scene. You don't even got to worry.
Okay, that's why I was like, wait a minute, never mind.
She do the creep. She is not singing to herself as she goes, even though it is tempting. Nope. She's just kind of doing I'm just going to casually slink over here. Don't mind me. I'm going to casually slink over here. Don't mind me. Brushing past some people she knows. Being respectful. But, like, it's like that obstacle by obstacle, slowly working closer. Like, I'm going to get me a nose full of this motherfucker.
Oh, he's a noseful, all right. He's got all the pure breed in the world.
Oh, good. That means she doesn't have to get, like, right up on your shit. She might do it anyways just to make sure. But still, it's getting around to get a look and a nose full. Maybe twitch your ears a couple times as you're saying the last thing or two. Just like, Ha 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 ha. Because, yeah. Pure breach, you can identify it now.
Yes. Yeah, Yura for his part will kind of just wander around the set, looking around where everything is, if he needs to make sure that he needs to not go somewhere, or like if he to make sure he doesn't trip on any like spirit wards or spirit shrines or enter some places he shouldn't enter, like that kind of shit.
Um,
I feel like there can always be a magical moment where he's wandering along and she's gonna like pop her head out and be like, "You don't want to go that way." I don't even know what that way is. I'm sure Tim can supply something, but there's just going to be that like cautionary tale. Like,
make it up.
I don't know. The NPC is good enough.
I'm not kidding. Just make it up. It's fine. Fuck it.
Flounders.
Katie.
Flails.
No time for flailing. Only time for stories. Be me. Be Fraugar. It'll be fine.
I wish I was that cool.
Damn. No pressure.
Yeah,
Actually,
like Lupus head pokes out like, you don't want to go that way. That is bad. That is very bad.
He'll stop in its tracks and turn his nose towards her and say and ask, thanks for the warning. What is that way?
That is where Tailsinger go to talk to spirits. Don't want to go there. He puts out beads, make sure nobody goes there. If you kick beads, he kick your ass. Sage nod.
Okay, I will keep it in mind. Thank you very much. I am Klepen Yuri Tavarovich. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And just out of curiosity, does he have like a fucking tail of just people following him around or some shit? I have no idea.
I need to make a roll. I'll need you guys to roll perception alertness.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Behold the mighty dice. For me. 3 successes. I've missed Lupus difficulty.
I know, right? Why do you think I walk around like this? I'm crazy.
Man, I'm just coming up with the dice. I'm a bad bear. And
Just ballpark it.
you guys are the ones that are being like, it's kind of being. I'll give you guys the defender on this one. Do not consider this one a precedent. I'm just making it up like right on the spot.
Gotcha.
But there is an orange wolf following y'all around. An orange wolf that is distinct from Autumn Nova and all the other orange. There's a lot of orange and black wolves here, guys.
Halloween in this bitch.
Actually, we might do some Halloween scenes. Anyway.
Okay. Does she have some sort of stare?
No. They do not have some sort of stare. They don't seem to be around right now.
Okay, good. She is genuinely unsettling.
But does this wolf have a crazy bitch face though? Because that's the real question.
No crazy bitch face.
Is it someone I'm familiar with?
Yes, it is.
Who dat?
You're gonna know this. This is Red Mage. His name is Red Mage. He is the Lupus Rite Master.
Okay. Oh, well, that's cool. He doing his shit. That's fine. That seems fine.
He's just kind of seeing how they doing, and he'll kind of come. He's actually going to shift to Hamid because speaking in Lupus can be difficult, especially if you're trying to articulate like complex ideas.
Yup.
As a note, I didn't know that this was that face claim until way after I selected it, but
Perfect. Perfect. Tim, I love you so much more today.
But yeah, as he goes to Hamid form, which is the form that you're seeing here, he will say, "Also be careful." I know I lagged. No, I didn't lag this time. He'll say, "Young one, I would also hazard a warning a pond in the west end of the sept. One of my crescent moans, well, one that is working alongside me, apparently went through a very arduous process of calming the water elementals there. They do not like that water to get dirty."
Yura has no idea who this guy is.
Yep, he just showed up and started talking to you, Yura.
So I was just like, thank you for the warning. Raya, I assume you have an important set position?
But yes, I am Red Mage. I am of Fianna Theurge, born on 4 legs, Adrian ranked, and the right master of this sept.
Flop.
Does he flop on his back or does he just expose his throat?
No, he'll expose his throat. But he will get down as like a sign of submission.
Okay.
Or rather, a sign of respect.
He'll tilt his head at that. It's not out of confusion. Well, actually, don't know what it's out of. My bad. Show don't tell, Tim. Gotta remember that.
You look back over. Yeah. She doing the same thing. She's just kind of casually rolled her ass over while y'all were talking.
He's just their necks, and he says, "You are not like the other Clea. The other Clea must be reminded constantly to do that. I hope he learns soon."
Worry not, Raya. Where I'm from, this is standard.
Fair enough, then. Tell me, then, Yura, how do you know anything about how the spirits in... He has to think about this. Russia are? It is Russia, yes? I believe the name is of Russia.
Yes, Raya. I cannot say that I have had much interaction with the spirits of Russia. I am, after all, not a crescent moon. From the limited interactions that I've had, they are... How do I put this? It's like the constant snow and ice affects even the lowest ranks of the spirits. I don't know how quite else to put it.
You've put it well enough. Thank you. I believe that is what you say.
He'll nod his head and then kind of yeah, yes, Raya. As he introduced himself as Lupus. Head nodding probably will not make sense to him.
I must go and tend to more things. It was good to meet you. I think that is what they say.
Indeed, Raya. Thank you for your guidance.
And he just kind of leaves. He and conversations. He just kind of leaves.
Perfect.
Chiosk finally rights herself. Yep. And then she does something very comical. She'll run over and plant her butt in front of him, very firmly, very decisively, and picks up one of her pausies because she knows this is polite, and proceeds to offer him the pausy, saying, "I am Treehusk, lupus-born Galliard of the Fianna, Cleeth to the nation."
He'll kind of look at his own paws as he's still in lupus.
Oh shit, I missed where you went to lupus. She's still pretty sure it's polite. She's still doing it. Committing 110%.
110%. He'll not quite know how to take this, so he'll shift to Hamid and shake her paw.
Yes. She seems very, very convinced that she has done the best thing. She's never looked so fucking, like, proud of herself. Ever. Just like,
Oh
yes,
my
I have
God.
done the good. This is
80.
perfect. What?
Beautiful.
I love
Perfect.
playing lupus.
Oh, no.
She gets, like, the 2.5 shakes or whatever, and then, just puts her paw down. Like, yep, I did it. It's good. This is perfect.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Treehusk. Yuff.
Yes.
So, what do you normally do?
Eat, sleep, listen, work.
Okay,
Mostly
and
listen. I will talk more later. Sage nod.
oh, okay, no more further talk.
No, she says, I mostly listen, but I will talk more later. Haha. Like,
Oh,
it's weird to translate over, but you can get the gist.
yeah, no, I gotcha. He'll nod and say, okay, and how do things go down on the Sept? Can you tell me who has the important set positions and who they are, or
And she proceeds to puff up, yes. Come. And, like, turns to start trotting. Trot. I mean, what do you
he'll
expect her to do? Describe them? People all look the same. You're weird.
oh boy. He'll
She
He
will
will.
actually probably start, like, scaling up, like, find a good spot. She knows where all the good spots are. Starts kind of scratching her way up one of those those nice raised areas where you can see fairly far.
Yeah, he'll follow behind her.
He probably has actually an easier time of it. He's got like fingers to grab things with. She does not. She's just very used to this particular Scrabble and probably knows right where to put her feet. And she'll eventually like pop up to the top, flop her paws over the end, and proceed to kind of start gazing out over the portion of the set that can be seen from here, and start pointing with her nose, and rattling out names, titles, like, that is that person, that is that person, that is that person. As many of them as she can say. Probably some less important ones, like, that is that person, and they make the best steaks, barely cooked.
Those are the kin cooks.
Like that one is the best. He always saves
We're
it for me.
doing right now.
But yeah, she will start pointing people out of obviously variable importance, probably on her personal scale of importance. So yeah, that particular cook totally ranks above several other people. It's a thing.
Is he currently making steak?
I'm gonna say yes because I can.
Perfect. I can smell the bacon.
Yeah. Did you guys actually want me to go down the list and like point out the people I at least like know I'm a have regardless?
You have the list up and like a document, right? We can just look through that.
Yep.
Yeah, I have
hope you set one up with like little pictures and shit.
But I can at least tell you guys some of the. I can at least bring up some of the pictures. She does point out the warder, who is. Give me a moment.
This guy.
Swear to God, if I didn't fucking get a picture of him, I'm gonna be so mad at myself.
I'm gonna laugh at you, just a little.
Myself. I hate life like a lot. I got the warder. Give it a moment. It's switching.
Oh no!
Oh no! Okay.
Oh
no!
Why is Tom Hiddleston the warder?
Well, that's not Tom Hiddleston. That's James Franco.
Oh, I thought that was Tom Hiddleston.
No, but that is. She does point out the warder. That is the warder. He's just kind of going about doing his thing. He may kind of look over and kind of at least like nod to you. He's got his own shit to deal with. See who else up here, like ready to go. She's gonna point out the tail singer, who still isn't wearing a shirt.
Giant cross scarred on his chest. He doesn't look crazy at all.
Yeah, definitely doesn't look crazy.
I'll just whisper, that doesn't look like a battle scar.
Is the story of this scar common knowledge?
Is.
Hmm?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god, she will rattle off that shit. Like, this is a bedtime story she's heard too many times.
Yeah, basically, like, it's hard for, like, Treehouse to get all the nuance because it's a lot of just human things involved. Back when he was a very devout Catholic priest, there was a group of Fomori in one of his sermons. And they basically, like, killed a shit ton of people, and they held him down, and they pretty much vivisected him like that. And he first changed, regenerated, and murdered all of them.
Yeah, so she tells this story, albeit with a comical amount of lupus tint to it. So it is the same story, but it's definitely more focused on the idea of his, the people he was preaching to being like this pack of people who all ran and left him to fight these Fomori on his own, and he did, and they ripped him open in these spots and blah blah blah. And yeah, it's more of a battle tale than it probably should be. There is some artistic flourish. Slightest bit.
Perfect.
And then Sage nod.
Yep. You do know his deed name. It is very fitting. Fire and Brimstone.
Yup. She will state this proudly, having no idea what it references.
Yura gets a slight worry. He's just like, aha. Gotcha.
You will also get the observation, albeit it is probably unneeded because he'll start doing it again before too long, that he yells a lot. He's a very loud Hamid. It's almost like howling. He appreciates it.
It's like, ah.
Yeah, she'll go out of his voice always carries, just like howling.
And does anyone want a little bit of narrative shenanigans?
Sure.
You turn left, and there's the Wormfoe.
I feel like she needs to very calmly turn left, look, be like, and that is the Wormfoe. Even though she's like right there. Because I feel like she's used to this shit.
Yeah, she does this.
Is she like right there?
No, she is not directly up in Yura's grill.
Okay.
She ain't disrespectful like that. But she'll wave. Hey, new person.
Hello.
Hey, so how you doing?
I am acquainting myself with the Sept.
Oh, cool. So I have a really, really random question for you. Yura, right? Yeah, that's your name, right?
It's Kleppen Yuri.
Oh, okay. So Kleppen, alrighty. First of all, hello. My name is Takeko Homura. I am an Adrian Ragabash of the Shadow Lords, born on two legs. I am the Wormfoe of the Sept, as our awesome treehouse just said. Awesome, good job.
You look back, she has lazy rolled again.
Yura will again show the sign of respect. It's an honor to make your acquaintance, Raya.
Hey, yours as well, dude. So, all right. I couldn't help but notice you noticing me notice you. All right, then. I'm just going to go ahead and explain that right now. How do you fill a dox, Kleppen?
How do I fill a dox?
Yes. How do you do it?
That's going to depend on what I would be philodoxing about.
I mean, do you really want me to provide an example? I can provide you an example if you want.
To the question, how do I philodox is the question itself is very in general. There's, how do I put this in English? There are many different cases, and as such, all of these cases require a different approach. You can't settle a challenge the same way you settle an accusation or a punishment.
Okay. Oh, I've got a silly one. I have a really silly one. I've got it. Got it. Yes.
Is this a hypothetical question? Tail thump.
Yes, it is absolutely hypothetical. If I had a real problem, I would probably bring it to Hunter's Harmony.
There's just the upside down tongue law because she bets this is not hypothetical, but also not important.
So, okay, first hypothetical. You go through a mission, right? You take Krynos, you kick ass, you take names, you do what you need to do, fight for Gaia, rah, 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 let's get it. And a lot of humans saw you, and the delirium's hit them, but it hasn't hit them all the way, or they're strong enough to resist that shit, or whatever. What would you do with that?
If the human is a threat to the Veil, he should. It depends on not if he is kin. I've heard that some kin are not immune to the delirium. But if he is human and he is threatening the Veil, then he must be removed.
All right. Awesome. Okay. Follow-up question. Would you kill them, or would you have someone else on the mission kill them? Since Aruns tend to be executioners and shit.
He's a bit taken aback by the question. Like he figured this one was coming, but he didn't expect it. He didn't expect it to actually come. Like this is just like what?
No, follow-up is weirder than the original question.
Whoever would be in the best position to do that. If it was me, then it would be me.
Hold on. Okay. Bitchin'.
Are you satisfied with these answers, Raya?
Are you?
Yes, I've answered them to the best of my abilities, and they are honest.
Then I am. So you're gonna be staying here for a while, right, Klepper? Yeah? You're gonna stay here for a bit?
Yes, Raya, I am.
Awesome. So I'm gonna keep you on speed dial. Some shit. There's at least a couple of things we need to handle. Looks off in the distance.
I'm gonna make a perception empathy on this fucking shit.
Go for it. Go for it.
Oh lordy. Oh lordy, 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 lordy.
What are you looking for, Max?
Just I don't know. I don't know. I just want to get a general oh no, I failed. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm just like, what? You're just so like, what the fuck is wrong with this woman? Like, why is this sociopath here?
I will tell you this much, Kleppen. You answered way better than Jeff. Fuck Jeff.
Aha. I see.
See what you're thinking over there, bud. Yes, Jeff is a real fucking person.
What answers did Jeff give, if I might ask, Raya?
Would you really like to know? He had said that he had said a much similar answer that you gave to the first question. However, to the second question, He said that because the Arun is the most likely to give a clean kill, would likely ask the Arun to do it.
I see.
Do you want to know what is wrong with that answer?
If you would enlighten me, Raya.
If you were to sentence a man to death, you should.
Well, did you cut out the end, Tim? What did she say?
If if you are the one to sentence someone to death, you should be the one to pull the trigger or swing the sword.
I understand. One cannot order someone to do something without being willing to do it yourself.
There we go. You got it. We're a lot similar, you and me.
This is a very standard something that I've been taught for a very long time, Raya.
Then I have something in common with you and a whole lot of the people that taught you. Awesome. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you alone right now because that's what I really wanted to know.
I see, Raya. Thank you for your time and have a pleasant day.
Yep, you too. And she's gonna leave.
Lazily rolls back up.
He's going to wait until she's like out of earshot, out of sight.
Like gone. So gone.
Gone, and just
I'll give you this. She's gonna be gone in a minute. Well, not. I mean, she goes gone. You will like watch her leave.
and when she's gone, he'll just like.
Many people do that when she asks questions.
She's intense.
Is that what it is called?
Yes.
Sage nod. This information has been assimilated.
Assimilated. Oh my god. Yes. Yes, Tree Husk. Yes. I see. Well, thanks for your assistance here, Tree Husk. Yuff.
Yes. It's good to know who you are talking to.
Yes, it is. Just a very enthusiastic nodding happens from Yura. It's just like, mm-hmm.
And she'll turn what one might consider, ever so slightly, a hopeful face on him, as she asks, "Are you hungry?"
A bit, yeah. I think we're gonna have food in a moment, though.
Good! And she starts the scribble down their little rock face, like, because he has still been holding that one. That steak is her steak. She knows it is hers. She gonna get it.
He'll kind of trot behind her, like doing not rush as she's rushing, but kind of casually walk.
Yeah, she does that whole dodge in between feet thing. I imagine there are Guru and kinfolk all over the place setting shit up. And everyone's like, oh, you gotta be proper and wait till dinner and blah, blah, blah. Nah, people are snagging handfuls of this and that, I'm sure, as they work, because it's fucking hungry work.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just kind of skitters through the lot. She straight it looks like she straight robs that fucking steak, but that kinfolk knows her. He set that shit aside. There's a reason that one never hit the grill. Fuck, he probably dropped it on the ground earlier and was like, well, that one's hers today. If she don't give a fuck.
Perfect.
And yeah, she will do like a drive-by steak snag and probably, move past the worst of the foot traffic before she slows down again, glancing back. And here's the real question. Did he like do the in-passing snag of anything? Or did he just kind of follow her?
He will politely incline whether or not this is for everybody.
One of the cooks is gonna be like,
You're cutting out again, Tim.
as a note, the more southern they sound, the more Irish they are. Everyone understand that.
So what did he say?
He said, "Yes, for everybody, come on, get you a plate, boy."
Damn.
He's working with what he got. I'll take it.
Oh,
Yeah, no, because I can't do the Irish accent, but I can sound kind of southern. The Irish they are.
Hella sudden. Nice. Yeah, no, he'll grab something to eat. He won't grab like a meal size thing. He'll grab. I mean, he's still a werewolf. He can eat for days. So he'll grab something that a normal human considers a meal, but for a werewolf is like an afternoon snack.
Yup.
Alrighty.
He will reconvene in time to see her like mid-wolfing process. Snort. Like snorting it. Snarf, snarf, snarf. Sadly, this one is big enough that she actually has to bite it down into smaller pieces, and watching her try to juggle an entire steak is it's just artistry, really. By which I mean is flopping around and smacking her in the face, and she doesn't give a fuck. She's happy.
Yura will not wolf it down. He'll eat it like a human.
Will he even eat it like a polite, well-cultured human?
That depends if they hand out cutlery.
They gonna give out some cutlery.
Like plastic fork?
Yeah, you got plastic fork.
Perfect. Fucking perfect.
And it's all of it is green, by the way. Green means environmentally friendly.
Yura did not expect anything else.
That's fair.
So yeah, he'll sit down somewhere next to tree husk and start eating his food.
Yeah.
On a side note, guys, it is 6:30, so it's getting really late here.
I was just about to ask if we was all good, because I think this is a good stopping point.
Yup.
Sure.
Snarf, snarf, snarf.
Alrighty. We're gonna go ahead and call it here. Thank you so much, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. And everything is where it needs to be to start.